I have to say, I have to say that I love this background. I don't know what it is. Like, I still disappear. Like, you can see my heater down there. That's not good. But I still absolutely love this background. Um, Looks great, Rebecca. Rebecca made me a whole bunch of different backgrounds, and I am changing them up regularly. But they look good. If you like this background, give me on a scale of 1 to 10, okay? Look, and I am perfectly okay if you do not like the background. I know that my tastes go toward the eccentric, but if you like this background, in the comments, please give me on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like or dislike this background? 1 being, I hate it to death. 10 being, I love it to death. I love it to life. 10 is, I love it to life. 1 is, I hate it to death. Okay, so what do you think? All right, give me your feedback. Okay, let me see who's here. If you're here with me and you're watching live, please type in #live. And if you're watching the replay, please type in #replay. And I think I somehow closed out the live stream. So now I got to open it back up. That's so weird. I don't even remember closing it. Oh, I thought I was closing. Oh, I thought I was closing my email, but actually I closed Facebook. So let's see. I should be able to find myself easily here. I'm live. There I go. Boom. All right, but that's not really what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. All right, so who's here with me? I see Zeffy is here. Hi, Zeffy. I'm glad you made it. And Ashley is here. Zeffy's in the USA. What? Yes. Thank you, Zeffy. You nailed it. Okay, I have a thing for Art Deco and Art Nouveau, and you nailed it. Thank you so much. Ashley is here. Woo, Ashley, thank you for joining. Glad to see you. And Sarah is here. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Yeah, thank you, girl. Okay, look, you all, this is not going to be a full moon discussion, but I am warning you all ahead of time. We have the full moon in Pisces, which if you're in the US, it's tomorrow. If you are in Europe, so Sarah and I, it is going to be Thursday, early morning, like 3 a.m., okay? But this is a really powerful full moon. The emotions will probably be very high, and you emotionally will, you might find that the world feels like it's against you. But it's not. The world is not against you. The world is for you. And I just want you to keep that in mind as you go through the next 4 or 5 days. You might have some challenges, okay? And the more you're willing to surrender, the more you're willing to pray. If you need to fast, you can fast. I'm totally into fasting and prayer. But your demons are going to be rising so that you can confront them, okay? So watch yourself, bless yourself, take care of yourself, nurture your precious heart, and make sure that you're giving yourself the love that you deserve, okay? Now is not the time to beat yourself up, but you really need to be praying, because it's going to be a challenging one. Like, this is a chance for us to all break free from our inner demons, all right? So welcome you all to the Fiercely Divine Motivation Hour with Crystal Lynn Bell. I am Crystal Lynn Bell, and I'm a spiritual life coach, and I've been doing this work for over 11 years now. and it feels really good. And today I'm talking to you about how to move from your 9 to 5 job into working for yourself. Now, this is important whether you're on a 9 to 5 job or you don't have a job at all, okay? Because it's not about your job, it's about your mindset. And we're going to be talking today about the 7 mindset shifts, or the steps you need to take so that you can get yourself in the right headspace for being this spiritual life coach. Now, I have been all this month, I've been talking about the High Priestess energy. And if you have been following me during this month, I want to hear from you in the comments how you have been digesting the idea that you are indeed a high priestess. There's a lot of responsibility that goes along with this. There's a lot of leadership that goes along with this. It's self-leadership, but it's also understanding that, you know, as a spirit guide, if you are in service to the divine, you are a leader of the humans. You are a conduit between, you're a conduit for the divine, and you are the connection for many people between the divine and themselves. Now, I know that sounds like a big responsibility. You're like, I'm not Jesus. No, you're not Jesus. You are a high priestess of the divine, which means that you're more like if we were going to kind of keep this in the realm of the biblical, which you don't have to, but if you wanted to talk about that, you would be more like a disciple or an apostle. So no, I'm not saying that you need to be the responsibility like Jesus Christ, but I am saying that, you know, in order to serve the divine, you got to have the divine's best interest at heart, and your clients or your tribe's best interest at heart, which means that you need to know what the divine is talking about, and then you need to be able to bring that to the people and know how to communicate it to them so that they can receive the messages. Now, so many people on earth are just living their earthly lives, and they're caught up in life. They're listening to the news, they're worried about crime, they're worried about their children and you know, the welfare of their children, they're worried about their jobs. They're in the land of worry, and they're living this 3-dimensional life. They're in the matrix, okay? And here you are, if you're like me, you've been gifted with a sense of spirituality that's very, very clear. I don't turn to other people or other things for spirituality. I turn just to the divine because I just happen to have an open crown, open third eye, open throat, and open heart chakras. They're all very open and receptive to divine flow. So when I pick up my pen and I start writing, oh, the words flow so easily, okay? And maybe for you, you just get downloads and you just get flow of energy, and maybe you talk, or maybe you see light, or whatever, however it comes to you. Maybe you just have that sweet spirit. You walk into the room and just everyone melts, okay? That is all the divine working through you, and that is a very particular gift to you. Not everybody has access to the divine like you or I do. And that's a part of the human experience. It's not like, oh, you're better, or I'm better, or I'm stronger, or I'm more powerful. It has nothing to do with that. God loves us all equally. So, but it is about understanding where your gifts are. Some of us have spiritual gifts. Some of us have the gift of comedy. Some of us are great actors. Some of us are great politicians, okay? So what I want you to do, and, with the High Priestess, what I've been doing this month is getting you all to understand the power that you hold with your divinity and how you can use it to advocate for your community, okay? How to be a good community leader. That's what we've been talking a lot about. And just to let you know, September is just around the corner, right? It's the end of the week, the end of the month. We are starting September. I think September 1st is Friday. And we are starting a new theme. So we're moving from the divine High Priestess into the divine Empress. And we're going to talk about the Empress energy in great detail all through September. But right now we're talking about, with the High Priestess, we're talking about spiritual wealth, okay? Spiritual wealth. God is wealth. And as the High Priestess, we're not focusing on making a lot of money, okay? What we're focusing on is opening and expanding our connection with divine power, okay? That's what this month has been about, bringing divine power into ourselves, owning it, and then creating wonderful work for our tribe, okay? Now, next month, we're moving into a different realm because we're moving down from, oh, I am a channel of the divine and I'm in the spiritual realm, to now I am a channel of the divine and I am in the earthly realm. So now this next month, we're going to be talking about what it feels like to be the divine feminine, but in our bodies. So it's about opening up to our sensuality. It's about our feeling nature, our sexuality, and even our wealth. The wealth that comes, that originates in the above, in the divine, but then trickles through and gives us an abundance of joy and sensuality in our body, and then manifests into form. So we will be talking a lot about money, but we're also going to be talking about that feminine power and how to manifest and give birth to our dreams here on earth. Okay, so let me check in. If what I'm talking about resonates with you, y'all give me some feedback. Let me have some love in the comments. You can drop some confetti, you can drop some fire, you can drop some amens and some whoop, let's go girls. Jackie, late but live. Yes, Jackie, you made it. Yeah, well, Jackie, yes, Spirit would be talking about the Empress with you because you embody the Empress, my darling. Taurus is the nature of the Empress. So yes, babes, you are right in alignment. So what are we doing today? Let's wrap up our month here with the High Priestess, and let's talk about how it is to move from being in a 9-to-5 job, knowing that, okay, so when you're in a 9-to-5 job, and again, this applies to you even if you aren't working right now, but the idea is that when you are on a 9-to-5 job, you are not working for yourself, you're working for somebody else, okay? And now what we're doing as the High Priestess, we're saying, hey, wake up, let's lead ourselves out of this job and into our own work, okay? So I'm gonna just tell you a little story about, let me tell you first how today is gonna go. So I am going to tell you a little story from my past, and then I'm gonna give you the 7 mindset shifts that you need to make in order to be in order to move from your 9-to-5 job into your business, okay? So let's start off with that story. So as you probably know, if you've been following me, I used to work in dentistry. So my mom and dad were dentists, and we had our own dental office, and my aunt was a dentist and she had her dental office. And like when I was young, my family told me that our dental office was going to support us, and I needed to work in that and support them and be a part of this legacy that they wanted to create together. And it would be a family affair. So my dad was the dentist, my mom was the administrator, the head, and I was right beneath them. I was their manager, and we had a number of dental offices around Southern California. Okay, so that sounds like a really great plan for a family. Like you can imagine, that's a real blessing, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to do that. But let me tell you something. There was a whole bunch of bullshit going on that I didn't even know that was going on. And this is kind of the reason why I'm talking to you about this. So my parents are wonderful, but my parents sucked as business people. They did. They sucked. They were good at starting businesses and they were good people, but they did not know how to run a dental office. And look, I'm being very raw, very honest with you all. My parents lost their multi-million-dollar dental office because of just poor financial practices. They just lost it. It was taken away. And we had been in that practice for about 15 years, and to watch somebody else come in and literally take it and kick us out was really a mind fuck. Okay. Now, why am I sharing that with you? I'm sharing it with you because I want you all to understand that I've been through some hard times. So I'm sharing a little bit about me intimately, but there's also the fact that y'all need to not be putting all your trust into somebody else's business, okay? Because you don't know, and even if you have a wonderful corporation that you work for, that's their corporation. And if the ship goes down, are you expected to go down with that ship? And it's not like I'm wishing poorly on anybody. I'm just pointing out the reality of what a business is. It is not an eternal entity. No business, not any business, not even your own business. However, when you decide to become your own business owner, you are taking your destiny into your own hands. And the problem with my parents is they did not want to have anything to do with what I thought was the right thing. Because what I think is the right thing is to pay your fucking taxes, okay? I think that's the right thing to do. Why? Because it's something that you have to do. And if the taxes are taking up a lot of your profit, then something's wrong with your business and the way you're running it. You need to figure out how to fix that business and make it so that your business can become profitable. And what I have learned is that you can learn how to do that, and you can get assistance to do that, but you can't be pig-headed, okay? Now, with that being said, I am telling you, my dear friend, that to be a spiritual life coach, you need to understand how to run a business. If you want to get paid, if you want consistent clients coming into your program, you need to know how to run a business. And of course, that's what I'm here for. I teach you how to do it. And thank God, being a life coach and running a coaching business is significantly easier than running a dental office, okay? And it's also more fun and exciting and spiritually connected and all this kind of thing. It's fun. It's a fun job that I have and that I'm introducing you to. So And with that being said, let me get into my notes. Did I introduce myself? Did I say that my name is Crystal Lynn Bell and that I'm the founder of Badass Butterfly Spiritual Life Coaching? Because if I did not, I should say that. Okay. And my job, just in case I did not say it, my job is to help women like you get certified as spiritual life coaches and then to start your own divine coaching business on solid business principles. Okay. I'm not interested. Look, if you are not interested in doing your business in a good way and running it where it's actually going to be sustainable, it's going to be actually doable, okay, and efficient and profitable, then this is not going to be the live stream for you because I'm not interested in that stuff. This is not the group for you because I'm not interested in just kind of ferrying about and talking about things like, like, oh, spirit's going to take care of me. That's not how it works. Okay. Spirit is going to take care of you, but you have to meet spirit halfway. You have to work with spirit. And if you have divine gifts that spirit has given you, you have to nurture those gifts and you have to develop those gifts. And if spirit has led you to me, it means that spirit probably is suggesting that you learn the proper way to establish your business. Okay, it's a very important thing because you owning your own business is you controlling your financial destiny. That's it. It's that simple. And that's important. Your financial destiny is your key to power on earth. God is your power. Divine connection is your power from above. But your business is the vehicle through which you get to exercise power and you get to generate financial wealth, prosperity for you and your family. Now, let's see. I better check in because Crystal Lynn is on a roll. She is not even on her notes. Let me check in and see if anybody is here with me. Okay, very good. Yes, I got some fire here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Zephy says I was recently put all my eggs into one basket to help another person who was placed in a terrible position. Man, this is why I want us really to be empowered as women, as a group. I want us to really just say yes to taking responsibility for ourselves. All we need to do is learn, babes. That's all we need to do is learn the steps and be patient as we're building. We can totally do this and we can do this together. So if you're a woman and you've got a good job, okay, but you've got this burning desire to become a spiritual life coach, okay, you're not alone, all right? Moving from like a stable job into this kind of work does require thought, planning, patience, resilience, okay? You need a really good exit strategy. So let me tuck into those 7 things. I'm going to make this quick, okay? Because these are supposed to be 30-minute sessions, all right? We're going to go over by 10 minutes, but I'm going to be done with our live stream within 10 minutes, y'all, okay? And Rebecca, by the way, if somebody's ready to start getting certified as a coach, okay? And when I say you're ready, and I need to clear up any misconceptions, a lot of times people will come to me because I'm like, hey, if you're ready to become a coach, then book a call with me. And what they'll do is they'll book a call and they aren't ready. They aren't ready financially. They don't have their time together. They're kind of like in transition for things, and they are not actually ready to dive into a coaching program. I don't want to talk to you yet, okay? I want to talk to you when you're ready. Don't take your time and take my time if you're not actually ready to kind of say yes and tuck in, because my energy is about getting started. If you want information, I want you to have that information, but I got tons of information all over the place. I got websites, I got ebooks. Ask me for the information. Send me a PM. You can drop a message here in the comments. If you have any questions, you can ask me during these live streams. I am more than happy to answer any questions you have. But save those strategy calls for when you are ready, okay? But with that being said, if you're ready and you'd like to get started today or like yesterday, like you're like, I'm ready to get started yesterday, Crystal Lynn. Okay, then go ahead and book yourself in for a call. Rebecca will put the strategy session link in the comments for you, okay? Now, so today's event is going to address some common fears and challenges that women face when transitioning into a new world, like owning your own business, okay? So here are the 7 mindset shifts you need in order to make the leap from 9-to-5 job or even unemployed into having your own divine coaching business, okay? So the first thing is to understand your calling. Now, why is it that you're being called to this work? Like, what experiences have brought you to this journey? Okay, so what I would want you to do is to define the impact that you would hope to have in either an individual person's life or on the whole. Like, if you say, I want to make the world a better place, excellent. Define that. Right? Or if you say, I want to work with women who are barren and I want to help them deal with the emotional stress of not being able to have children, but navigating today's family lives or whatever, okay? I want you to identify that and start off with that as the starting point, because that's gonna lead you to all the right places, okay? Your clarity will be your guide and help you navigate the transition, okay? So that's number one. Number one is understand your calling, okay? Number 2 is building your expertise, okay? And this is about starting to build a really good, solid foundation of knowledge, okay? So investing in yourself is really important. Now, your investments in yourself can start at the most basic level. You can take some courses on Udemy, you can buy some books, you can watch some YouTube videos, you can do some free online courses, okay? But then you want to start building it up, okay? The more serious you are, the more you want to start investing in getting the real knowledge you need, in order to thrive as a coach and as an entrepreneur. These 2 things have to be working together inside you if you really want to be successful. Okay, so learning how to also communicate well and how to coach, all those things are a part of this second mindset shift I need you to make so that you can move from your 9-to-5 job into owning your own business and being a certified coach. Okay, so that was number 2, building your expertise. Number 3 is financial preparation. Okay, dude, you gotta fucking prepare financially. You gotta prepare. If you're on a 9-to-5 job and you know you're making $80,000 a year, you gotta be thinking, all right, I'm gonna leave this job. I wanna keep making $80,000 a year at least for as long as I can. And then I gotta figure out, how am I gonna make $80,000 a year in my own business? What's my calendar target for that, okay? It is not hard to make $80,000 a year as a coach. It's not hard at all, but you got to plan it. You got to think about it. And then you got to lay out the steps and you got to walk those steps. Okay. So financial preparation before and during and while you're in it. Okay, so that's number 3, making financial preparations. Okay, number 4, networking and mentorship. If you've never had a business before, if you've never run a business before, and you just throw yourself out there, look, you can do it because you can do anything. However, do you have to do everything the hard way? This is me talking to myself right now. Could you see that? Could you see that in me? Could you see me talking to Crystal Lynn of 5-6 years ago saying, why in the hell do you have to do everything the hard way? Get yourself a fucking mentor and just stick with her. Just follow and do what you're told and stop running around like a chicken with your head cut off, making things difficult. Working with a mentor, working with a coach is going to cut years off of the trial and error and the struggle, okay? Getting a mentor is like working with the High Priestess, working with the Empress. Go and work with them directly, okay? But inform. Don't just rely on your own intuition. Oh, I'm going to pray and meditate my way into building my business. Look, it's valid to pray and meditate to guide you in your business. But do you think God endowed me with the ability to teach, the ability to download a step-by-step program, the ability to create incredible worksheets, to create incredible processes that teach you? You think God gave me all these gifts so that they could be not used by you? And then he leads you to my doorstep so that you could not learn from me? Doesn't work that way. No, don't do things the hard way. I've already got everything worked out. All you got to do is say yes and come and do the steps, okay? And I guarantee you, working with me is not going to squash your creativity, okay? No, you're still going to be really woke. But what you're going to do is all your creativity is actually going to come out and be seen and have impact in the world all within a year, okay? So yes, Crystal Lynn is getting excited. She's coming back to her body, okay? She's coming back to the present moment, and she's coming back to her list, all right? But my point is, get help from a mentor. Take care of yourself by learning things directly. You don't have to learn everything by getting your ass kicked, okay? Now, networking is also a part of the mentorship process. Being a part of a community and working with other people, connecting with other people, reaching out to other people, super, super important, especially as women. Women do very well in community and we're very supportive of one another. So make sure that you honor that aspect of yourself, but also of your energetic needs, okay? We need one another. All right, so that's number 4, networking and mentorship. Number 5 is building a client base, okay? Building a client base. So while you're working on your job, okay? And I admit, I'm the first to admit, because that's how it went down for me. I had to work my full-time job and build my business at the same time. I did that and it worked, all right? Surprisingly, I thought I was gonna work on that full-time job for a whole year, and run my business. It didn't work that way. Number one, I told my boss, I said, I'm feeling like it's time for us to start hiring somebody so that I can train them, right? To honor my boss, okay, who was also my aunt, but regardless, honoring my boss is important. Honoring your boss is important. And so getting that person in was really helpful, but then my business started taking off. My business took off, okay? And And I was making a lot of money because I had that job full time and I had all these clients that I was working on. And then it was such an exciting time and it was wonderful. And then I saw when I brought in, I remember in my job working with my aunt, I was making about $4,000 a month as her office manager. And I thought that was a lot of money. And when I went into my own business and I made it through, the first month was a little bit, was not a lot. But then somebody wrote me a Yelp review. And within 3 months, like by my third month in my business, I had made $20,000 and like $20,000 that month. We averaged $20,000 a month. Okay. And we got there very, 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 very quickly. That was during the first year. And we just skyrocketed from that in the following years. My point is, when you are aligned, things take off. When you're aligned, things take off. Stuff happens very quickly. It doesn't have to be a slow build. So you might be surprised by how quickly you move from your 9-to-5 job into working for yourself, and you say goodbye to that 9-to-5 job. You didn't need the whole year that you thought, like all of a sudden your business is popping. But this is what happens when you plan and you have your system and you work toward that system and you know what you're doing. Okay, super important, y'all, super important. So building your client base while you're working on your job is really important. And learning how to do that is, of course, part of the mentorship and the coaching process and the certification process. Step number 6, we're almost done, y'all, okay? Step number 6 is managing the transition. And this is where you want to be very, very diplomatic. Like I told you with my aunt, I said to her, look, my business is taking off. We really need to get somebody in here for you to, you need to hire somebody so that I can train them. That is honoring your boss, and that's good karma. When you are, and I'm sure I'm sure you appreciate your boss, you appreciate the job, whatever their rules are for giving notice, you know that that's important for them. You know, read the signs of what's going on in your work, in your workplace, honor that. And I'm not saying from the beginning you should let them know that you are thinking about leaving. You need to know the work environment and what's appropriate for your comfort while you're there, because you're still going to be working and doing your job. But if you can be of assistance, that's really, really helpful. And there's the transition for your boss, okay, as you're leaving, but there's also the transition for you, okay? One of the things you have to understand is that when you work for yourself, it does seem a little bit scary at times, but what is most exciting, and I'm saying that now, but there were times when I was scared in my business, because there was a time when I didn't know how to run my business. I went through a period where I didn't know how to grow my business. And that was a very scary time because I had lost a lot of, I wasn't getting the new business that I needed. And so I went through a period where I couldn't generate business and I didn't know how, and I needed to get more training, okay? And that was a scary period to know that I wasn't keeping up with the times. But then what I saw, and I think that's what Spirit wanted me to know, was that even when the business was low, I was still totally safe, like it wasn't even, looking back, it wasn't even scary. Nothing happened that that should have scared me, like other stuff was much scarier in my life, but not my business, So my point is, understand that mentally and emotionally, when you work for yourself, it's you and God. it's you and God, and you are co-creating your business together, okay? And if you keep that in mind, you are going to feel great and you are going to enjoy the ride, I bet. Now, the last thing, okay, step 7 in your exit strategy is to embrace the journey, to understand that you are an evolving being. And when you step into your own business, okay, when you become that life coach, you are expanding yourself significantly more than if you stay on your 9-to-5 job. You are stepping into another realm. And let me just be honest with you. It's awesome. Okay. It's an awesome feeling. And I'm really proud of you for thinking that you can do this. I'm proud of you for at least having the thought that you can do this. It is very badass. And I want you to embrace that. Whatever your theories are, whatever your philosophy is, even if it's contrary to my philosophy, I think my philosophy is a good philosophy and I think I'm right. But that's my job. My job is to think I'm right, to know I'm right, not to think I'm right, to know I'm right. But that doesn't mean that you can't be right too. So it's our job to embrace our journeys, okay? All right, so look, y'all, if this message is resonating with you and you're ready, then go ahead and book yourself in for a strategy call. And let's get started. And let me just check in here on the comments and see if there's any feedback. Okay, wait, oh, Rebecca's copying stuff. Very good. Thank you, Rebecca. Let's see, Kelly's with us. Hey, Kelly. She says, I have a 9-to-5, but decided to move into my magic as well as work on my invention. Yes, I've put it off for too long. I want to make my dreams come true instead of wishing for it. Yes, that is so divine and so badass. I totally want to know more about your invention. Very cool, Kelly. Thank you, Rebecca, for sharing these. And Jackie says, why are you calling me out like that, though? Yes, I know, girl. That's my job. Not on purpose, though. I didn't know I was calling you out. Sarah says, you are so right. I will follow your teachings at my own rhythm to stay aligned with my higher heart, but angels led me to you for a reason. Absolutely, darling. Sarah, and everybody here, you can trust yourself, okay? And also, if you've been led to me, it is for a reason. So understand that I'm going to lead you in a direct way to structure. That's my gift. I am about providing structure for your beautiful ideas. Remember that when you feel like you want to follow your heart, you are following the divine feminine, but be careful. I love the divine feminine. I'm full of the divine feminine. But remember that the divine feminine is nothing without the divine masculine. Okay, you have to have these two working together in a balanced way. If they are not balanced, there is an imbalance. And if you think that the feminine is okay to be out of balance because she's the feminine, oh, it's the feminine, I can be out of balance with the feminine. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Being out of balance with the feminine means you get nothing done. You cannot pay your bills. You're relying on other people to take care of you. You get sick. You can't get yourself to the doctor. You can't manifest the money that you need to take care of yourself, to take care of your kids, to take care of your family, to help other people around the world in need. No, no, you cannot be out of balance with the feminine and be like, oh yeah, it's okay, I'm just gonna dance. No, you are a responsible, intelligent being. You need the masculine as well. And likewise, the masculine is nothing without the feminine. What? I got a structure, but no creativity. I got steps, but no joy, no passion. No, that's ridiculous. You need the two together. So yes, all of you, I want you all following your hearts, but I also want you bringing that stuff into form. You got to give birth, and you cannot give birth just as a woman. You need a sperm and an egg, okay? You cannot create on your own. The two have to work together, okay? All right. Crystal Lynn gets hot. Woo! Let me see what else is going on. Zeffy says, what services did you provide in your first few months? Was it business coaching? No, Zeffy, that's a great question. Thank you. I did spiritual life coaching, and I am a worthiness advocate for women. So I worked with women who were going through unworthiness issues. They were suffering from unworthiness. They were suffering from all kinds of issues, but they were all rooted in unworthiness. So I had, for the first 6 years of my business, I only did, I did that spiritual life coaching, all right? And I had a great program teaching my people. It was really, really fantastic. I loved it, and I still do it. I still have a full calendar of private clients that I see. I'm a very busy coach. Like, I am teaching, I'm giving sessions. I'm doing about 20 hours of sessions a week still, okay? It's a lot of coaching that I do, but I got a tremendous, scope. Like, I've got a tremendous back for work, and I love it. Kelly says, the nervousness and excitement can sometimes make me freeze, not knowing which step to take. I appreciate your delivery of this information. Yeah, you're welcome, Kelly. And look, the steps, there's a structure, okay? Oh, BB's here. Hi, BB. There is a structure, okay? And follow that structure, my friend. Like, learn the steps. I've got the steps. That's my whole program, is about the steps. The following the steps is really important. That is if you want to get direct. You know, if you want to just kind of do this thing where I'm floating and I'm just dancing around and not really having a great impact, then just dance around. But if you really want to have the impact and you want that impact set, like if you say, I want to be impacting thousands of people's lives within 1 year, that's what I do. I help you impact people's lives within the year. That's my job. I help you bring all those ideas into form. We set up all your assets, boom, boom, boom. We get your timing up. We get your calendar up. We get it out. We put you on a timeline. When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? And then we get it all delivered. And it's step by step. I'm making it sound like it's all happening really quickly. It's not. We need 10 months, okay? 10 months to a year, all right? I talked to a young lady, she's like, that sounds like a long time. I'm like, do you not understand what it is you need to do in order to build your business? There are a lot of things you need to do, a lot of steps, okay? We'll talk about that in the upcoming live streams. But yes, knowing what to do is really important, and doing it in the right order so you're not wasting time and not having to redo things because you skipped a step, you didn't know you needed this part, you started building out this part, and you missed that step, and then you realize that what you built was invalid. That sucks. Done that before. I've done that before, which is why my program is set up the way that it's set up, okay? Sarah says, I'm all over the place. Sometimes structure is everything, whether it's managing time, money, health. We can't do anything without structure. Nope, we cannot do anything without structure. And believe it or not, what I'm coming to learn is I personally, not you necessarily, but I need discipline. I need discipline to say, okay, divine feminine, I got to put you down. I got to put the divine feminine down, and I got to sit down here now and do the structured things. Okay. Oh, it's a process though, y'all. It's a process. Kelly says, very intriguing. I'll look into call of you soon. Excellent. Very good. So ladies, I want to thank you for joining me today. We will be back on Friday with another live stream. That's going to start the Empress work. So I'm really excited about the Empress stuff. It's going to be about really claiming abundance and prosperity. And we're going to be talking about that root chakra. So it's going to be about generative energy. There's going to be a lot of sex talk going on because we need to talk about sexuality. Again, that divine feminine and that divine masculine coming together. Like that is, we know that that's sex, but that's also creativity. And that's where birth comes forth. Okay. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you all very soon. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Be productive and protect yourselves with this moon. Okay. Love yourselves with this moon.